What is behind me is a town called Caesarea Philippi, which was a pagan, Roman, Greek pagan center. There were temples here dedicated to the false gods.
There are all kinds of these little alcoves in the rock where people would leave offerings, particularly to the god Pan.
I was kind of like, oh, this is not why I came here. I mean, I do appreciate history. I love history. But I was like, oh, I didn't really want to see a temple to Pan, first off. I loved that lizard we all saw. Isn't that funny?
One of the things that I loved about Caesarea Philippi was the beautiful spring. So there was all this clear water coming out, rushing by. That was one of the things that really struck me about Galilee in general, is just how many springs there are. It is a verdant place.
I had imagined a more desert-like environment. You know, you see all these plantations, banana, citrus growing. You see these forests. That's something I did not expect.
And so in this racially, culturally, religiously mixed area, Jesus asked the most burning question for all Christians. And so it says in Matthew 16, when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, well, some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. But he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter replied, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered him, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it."
So it was at Caesarea Philippi that Jesus first talked about the church. And I think that's really interesting and ironic that at this place of pagan worship, Jesus is sitting there, he's talking to his disciples about the future of the church.
So many ideas and gods, quote unquote, vying for people's attention.
Jesus was saying to Peter, you didn't figure this out by human reason. The Father supernaturally revealed this truth to you.
Jesus was not divorced from the culture in which he existed. He was aware of the culture. He was responding to the culture in real time.
And when he refers to Peter as the rock, what he's ultimately referring to is the revelation to Peter of the true identity of Jesus as the Messiah, the Son of God. And that's what Christianity stands or falls on, is his true identity. All that happened right here.